Delaware in the building. Y'all ain't ready for the Delaware takeover. Y'all not ready for this unique style and creativity that everybody in the world wants to see. Nas and Jay is bringing it, and everything they bring got that Delaware.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, Naj and Jay here. I hope they can hear that.
You might hear a little bit.
Well, first of all, before we get there, welcome to your evening sip of local news, what's happening, and
Real world mess.
Woo! Okay.
As you can see,
First of all, that was my line.
Well, come on.
We're at the Bridge Art Gallery, located at 213 North Market Street. And we are in front of this beautiful painting, Where the Travelers Meet, by Lana Abram Morowski, who is a Delaware native. She doesn't live here now, but she used to. So come and see this gorgeous paint, and you can't see all of it right now because we're in front of it. But if you come here, you can come and see it and all of the other beautiful artwork that they have to offer.
Yeah, and listen, stuff is being sold here.
Okay.
So you might want to get here and either buy something or, you don't want to miss something because it sells. Yeah.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Let me pull up the stream. You do your line.
My line? Oh, yes, my line. Temperature check. How you feeling? My voice is a little bit off today because I'm not feeling so great. But
no, you're just off.
Temperature check.
Right.
How you feeling, Naj?
I feel good. I'm tired. Mm-hmm. I'm also very. The sun has been out, but for some reason I have not gained any color. I still look like not what I should look like, and I'm not happy about it because Jay keeps having to adjust the light. And
there's nothing better for a light-skinned person like me than to not be the lightest person in the room. And it's even better when we're adjusting lights and she's blown out looking like a ghost and I'm just like brown.
I am translucent.
How do you like that?
I am.
How do you
over
like
here.
me now?
I look like a glass of water.
And you're wearing a white shirt to like accentuate it. Like you just blend into the shirt. But that's fine.
Oh God, someone save me.
Where does the shirt start? I can't tell.
Fake ass Dominican.
That's fine.
All right. So, wait, how are you? You all right?
I'm okay. I'm a little bit, so my voice is going to be different today. I'm not going to push and yell like I normally do.
That's a lie.
I know it's inevitable, but I'm going to try to keep it under control because I got sick maybe like 3 days ago and I have to sing something.
Were you actually sick?
No, but my throat started hurting and my voice left. Like I had a gig Friday that went really well, but then I had a showcase on Sunday and I felt stuff starting to give out.
On Monday?
On Monday, I'm sorry, you're right, on Monday.
Okay.
At a showcase Monday, and that's when I started to feel my voice kind of collapse. So I got one song to sing tomorrow, and it's kind of a really...
The Schleter.
Yeah. And I need my full voice to kind of fully capture what we put together, and we'll talk more about that when we get to the events. But I'm pretty good. I've had a very busy day. My energy's okay. I'm just worried about my voice.
The one time that you can count on Jay, no, there's two things when it comes to his kids, like his family, but outside of them, the other time that you can count on Jay to be very particular is when his voice is affected. He don't play about that.
Well, it's money, and it's also, people rely on you for certain things. Like, I'll say this. So like Sunday, we had a rehearsal for what we're doing, and I'm genuinely excited for what we're going to present for the event. And I want it to be right. Like it really matters.
Of course.
So it's all those things.
I understand. Flowers. Who do we have flowers for? Oh, look at that.
Look, I'm sharp today,
look
boy.
At that.
This art gallery got me fresh.
I don't even think they saw you leaning.
No.
This man just pressed the button.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, who you got flowers for?
Okay, so I have flowers for City Council. I have been following their Instagram and their Facebook, and they have been on top of their social media. They have been on top of recognizing the community and posting and getting information out there. They have been very, very like reachable and touchable. And
Oh, I got another one. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm really happy about that because they work for the community. So make sure that they're working for you. Your district, your council person should be reaching out and should be available and active within the community. And that's what I'm seeing. Do I agree with everything? No, but I'm happy that they are making moves and that they're being consistent. So flowers to City Council.
Dovetailing off of that, I want to also give flowers to J. Joseph Taylor, who he posted this on his, I guess, political page, and he made a very poignant post. I think he made about maybe 5 to 8 bullet points explaining why he doesn't think that we should be boycotting Del Pez. And you can have your opinion about the issue all you want, but number one, I've said this over and over again, he's one of the rare people that I go to pick his brain because he's extremely intelligent.
Oh, we don't say that.
And knowledgeable about whatever he's talking about. I always go to him with my music, but he's very knowledgeable about politics and policy and all those kinds of things. And justifiably, there was a strong reaction to the fact that Del Pez.
We're going to get there.
But I want to give J. Joseph his flowers for really laying out in a very objective and just intelligent way of why we need not eat our own. You know what I'm saying? And I'll leave it at that. But flowers to you, brother, for saying that the right way. Because it went across to the point where I saw someone who initially was like, we're never going here again. And they retracted it. It was like, you know what? He's right. And that matters, you know?
Yeah. Flowers to Oba Jackson. He released an adult coloring book on Amazon. It's only $22, and it's called "Where the Girls." Who run the girls?
When you call it an adult coloring book, I automatically
because you're you. It's not like that.
What are we coloring? Okay. I mean, an adult movie, an adult coloring book. The Sunday morning.
It's a coloring book.
Just gonna color cucumbers. You know what I'm saying?
Let me put it this way. I want it for me. And it's really, really neat. I can't wait to buy one. So congratulations, Oba. It's really awesome. And if you've never seen his artwork, he has a tattoo shop, Push Tattoo, right on 2nd Street.
What color would you choose for your huevos?
My what? What'd you say?
Nothing.
Huevos?
Yeah. For your
what is that?
No, nothing at all. Someone caught it, and that's all I need.
Don't do that to me. What does that mean?
Huevos. If you had to go into the crayon box, what color would you use for your huevos in the adult coloring book?
What does huevos mean? Am I saying a bad word?
No. Huevos is Spanish for eggs.
We got the peanut gallery behind us. What y'all laughing at? I don't like this.
I'm going to let that sit there because it'll be funnier when you edit that little post and you realize what it actually means. So when you get done today, just look up huevos.
Stop saying it because I don't trust you no more.
I mean, I'm giving you everything you need to know, quite frankly.
Anyway, congratulations, Oba. Sorry that he tainted your flowers. Oh my God. Also, flowers to Anne Latrice. Her single is being released.
It's really good.
Thrill Me. I know. It's Anne Latrice. Like, her voice is incredible. So I'm really excited for her. And I just saw that her and her boyfriend, they talking wedding bells, baby. They talk about tying that knot. Okay. She talking about a ring. Put a ring on it. So flowers to you, sis.
But I should say this, like, just because you're a good singer doesn't mean that you have good songs and that you're a good songwriter.
Oh,
and she has
wait, pause. Let's rewind. Say that again. Hold on. I need everybody to come in real close. The music community within the tri-state area. What was that, Jay?
Just because you can sing doesn't mean you can write.
Okay.
And she does both well.
Yes.
So like everybody.
Just want to put that out there for a couple folks. And we have birthdays. Councilwoman Michelle Harley. We have the wonderful, talented Kim Penner-Gardner. We have the radio show host and poet herself, Sweet Fran Sean. And we have the Queen Mother, Beale Street, Mrs. Beale Street.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I'd be singing, but I'm trying to protect my voice.
Yeah.
It's my mama's birthday, and I love my mama, you know?
I love my mama.
And one of the cool things about my mom is just like,
She plays cello.
well, she's a cellist for sure.
She's a cellist.
But she just stays spry. And I don't know what the magic is. It's just genetics. But like huh? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch you in your face. I'm gonna punch you in your face.
I didn't.
I'm gonna punch you in your face. I swear for God.
She's still, she turned 73 today. And
She's a firecracker.
She's a firecracker, and she's still bouncy. I still don't want any smoke. And she's still.
That's who I need to call when you be acting up.
You make a good point. That's one of the few people who will just completely shut
Mrs.
me
Beale
up.
Street.
Yeah.
Expect a call from me.
And the funny thing is, I should say this because it's actually a really funny story. So my mom is 5 feet tall, maybe 95 pounds, and my brother, he was a Division I wrestler. Like I've seen him throw around giant men just for fun, and he's my size. And one time, me and my brother got into it, and this is when he was good at wrestling. So I know I couldn't out wrestle him. There's no way. And he came out and started to grab me up, and my mom came out, got under him, lifted him up, and just took him away. So she is a firecracker, and I was literally shocked. I couldn't believe it. And he was just like, what just happened to me? And it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. So yeah,
I need to call her.
She still got it. Yeah.
She still got it. She always gonna have it.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, everybody. Before we move on to what's happening and all that jazz, I am drinking Abundance. So, speaking of abundance, happy birthday, Abundance. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes, flowers to Abundance Child for
St.
her
Patrick's
birthday.
Day. Yeah.
Okay, so I am drinking Abundance, non-related, sweet red wine. It is a Black-owned winery, and it is sweet, and it's not like syrupy like I've had.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can hold it or put it down.
You could just put it. Yep. Did you do the YouTube hand? You gotta do the YouTube hand. You know, you are so ghetto.
A little bit.
So that's what I'm drinking. All right. That's what I'm drinking. I'm ready to move on.
Local news.
It did?
What do you mean it did?
I didn't see it.
That's because you weren't paying attention. It definitely did. Go ahead.
God. One day, I promise you, we're going to be so sophisticated with a capital S. Let me tell you, with a period at the end. Okay. Back to Del Pez. So,
Yeah.
Del Pez had a fundraising event with Planned Parenthood, and they received.
Well, Planned Parenthood
had
was
an
trying to have an
event
event at Del Pez.
Yeah. And Del Pez had to cancel it because they were receiving threats and they wanted to protect their staff. The backlash was out the wazoo. People were calling for a boycott of Del Pez. And what I will say, when Planned Parenthood put the post up, the way that they worded it was not.
Yeah.
It was. I don't think it was well thought out because it almost looked as if they were calling Del Pez a bully. That's just my personal outlook on it. And then when I went back a few hours later, they had updated it and mentioned that Del Pez, was just trying to protect their staff, but this had nothing to do with them. But it's a shame because we're in such a weird climate right now where you don't know what is going to set people off. I mean, there was not a fundraiser, there was an event to help a certain community know their rights in case of an emergency, and there were threats for that, so it almost got shut down. And then you had the the LGBTQ prom dress drive
Yes,
thing
yes.
that had threats. So they had to shut it down. This is like,
Well, the thing is this: number one, if Del Pez is a minority-owned business, number one,
really?
and yes,
Who owns it?
I'm not going to put their names out
But
there.
they're not. Are they? Which? Sorry, go ahead.
They're brown.
Okay.
And they're known in the community as good people. And
We went there for Journey's birthday last year.
No, I love the restaurant. I love that, and
I love the location.
Santa Fe. Both of those places are owned by the same
Fe's
family.
wings. Oh.
Yeah, and I've never had like any kind of an issue with either establishment. And you as a business are, and I'm not a business owner, but
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I don't have a.
See, this is why I'm 51% owner, because it's moments like this where I have to
having
question.
a brick and mortar location is extremely different than what we do.
Yes, of course.
And they're stuck in between a rock and a hard place because they're getting bullied from both sides, and it kind of smoothed out on the side where they more likely stand, but it matters, but it kind of doesn't matter. But the bottom line is they definitely got bullied from one side, saying, if you have this event, threat. And
do you know what some of the threats were?
No, I don't know the specifics of what the threats were, but I can imagine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is a tactic that, as you've shown, has been used a lot effectively. So it's like you can just step in and say, we're going to do this to you. And you're kind of stuck because if you have employees, one of your jobs is to protect them.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So like, what would you do? Like you have a restaurant, your mom had a restaurant here on Market Street. Yeah. You get a call saying, we hear you're having this event. We're going to show up. What are you going to do?
And that's the thing. When people are, and I saw the online warriors posting about how they hated Del Pez because of this and all that. And I'm like, what do you expect them to do when they're saying, like I remember there was an incident with a restaurant and they were threatening to burn the place down. And what do you do with that?
And honestly, as someone
you can expect them to stay open when they get those types of threats.
And also, there's a line, okay? Like, listen, there is a line, but as someone who's extremely outspoken and who has literally had WPD mad at me for the stuff that I say, everybody isn't political. Like, it's okay in a lot of circumstances. Like, listen, we're just here to serve food and we don't want to be mixed up in any of it. And that's not unreasonable.
That part.
Like, everyone doesn't have to be like knees deep in the trenches.
This was not their event.
Yeah.
Planned Parenthood they literally probably paid their deposit and said, we're going to host our event here. But Del Pez received it back.
And thinking about the fact that this is a Mexican establishment,
oh Lord,
and that you very likely have people there who are Mexican for obvious reasons, and you consider all of the things going on with ICE and the new administration, like, what are you going to do? It's really easy to say how brave you would be in a certain circumstance,
right,
but
until
you're there with somebody threatening you, and you got to worry about your family and your people.
Yeah.
And again, my dad got the phone calls. I remember my dad being like, "Yep," and him telling us, like, I understand what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you called me, be like, "Yo, Bam Bam versus the Blues getting hot. You might want to chill." I get it. So I'm not mad at someone that's like, "Nah, I just want to go home and serve my damn food and go home to my family." You can't get mad at them for that. You know what I mean? Now, if they made a statement saying we don't support abortion and we will never let Planned Parenthood stand here and we believe we're going to make America great again, that's wildly different. Now they put their feet in politics. They made a statement. And you can kick rocks, but that's not what happened.
Was allowing a business to come and patronize them. That's it. But what I am seeing is like, we really have some political gangsters out here. These people have been calling and setting it off.
And so, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And it's just amazing to me.
Like, that's where your energy needs to go towards, stopping the bullies. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you're an activist and you're tired of that kind of thing happening, what you should be doing is attacking the people who are making the threats.
But I'm more so talking about the fact that you you now feel so empowered by this administration
That's how
that
bullies
this
work.
is what's happening. This is your time now for you to act a
Bullies
fool.
always bully until they get punched in the face. It's just a rule of life, you know?
I'm very concerned about the future.
Of course.
You know, I'm very, very concerned because you never know what will be targeted, right? You never know. It's just a shame. And I hope that Delpez recovers from this.
And just across the board, I think it's important to understand that everyone is under tense emotions right now for good reason.
Yeah.
And it's really important to be able to step back and breathe and think through your actions before you just click.
Absolutely.
You know? Especially with the internet just always right there.
Yes.
I'm mad.
Right. Nick's Pizza?
Oh, man. So I've honestly never seen anything like this before in my life. I'm from Delaware, so it's a little bit different. But so there was Nick's Pizza started out as a small little just walk-in place behind Price's Corner. And they got too much business to the point where they said, we have to relocate and open up a bigger space. Their pizza was absolutely like phenomenal. Like their Detroit style pizza was like perfection. The crust was like crispy and buttery, but just soft in the right place. Because
but it ain't here.
Fair enough. And so watch, this is why. So they had to close down and open up a bigger space. And everyone who had that pizza was so excited about them opening a bigger place that it created a pizza shop local buzz like I have never seen. To the point where, you know, for months they were posting like little samplers of what they're going to have, and every post would have like, you know, just an incredible amount of likes and comments. And finally, they opened last Saturday, and number one, the line was out the door.
Oh.
All weekend. Reservations were booked out a week at a pizza shop.
Is this like gourmet pizza, or
no,
is this
it's on the
like
more
Seasons?
expensive side. No.
Like Anthony's Coal Fire?
But better. Closer to like
that's a
what's
statement.
the place by you?
Metro.
Metro.
Okay.
So they're really, really good pizza.
Okay.
This is, I think, like I'm
What's
not gonna say.
expensive?
So I think the Detroit style pizza was like $18.
How big? What size? Like
it's pretty big.
14?
I can't say, but like it was like $18, but unbelievably good. They had reservations out for a week. You can't buy takeout right now because they're too crowded in the restaurant. They said we're going to have some more time to prepare for that because they've been so. And the menu is not huge.
It's crack.
Listen. And I've been like, my goal was to go last weekend and just like get a pizza and bring it home.
So you didn't get any?
Nothing. That's funny. People like, it was like hysteria, like a new iPhone.
Maybe
crazy.
Najim J can get us a little
slice.
You know, we got a little pool. You know, we working with the library and everything these days.
It ain't easy.
And you know, Knicks, we out here.
Yeah.
We out here.
Yeah.
Call them, Jay.
You make a point. You make a point.
You know them.
I don't know them.
Oh, you get to know them. You ate them.
But like, be on the lookout for a chance when you can actually eat there. But it's been mass hysteria over a pizza shop, and it's been pretty cool to see.
Not us waiting for a reservation for a pizza place.
A week out to have just to sit down and eat pizza. That's how, you know, much excitement they drew.
I love it. They must be cracking the pizza. Speaking of crack, not quite crack, but a Delaware correctional officer was charged with smuggling drugs.
Sent me the picture.
Into prison.
You should have sent me the picture.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
So the Delaware State Police announced announced an arrest at the James T. Vaughn Correctional Center. And it was a woman who was smuggling methamphetamines into the prison, 6 grams to be exact. Yesenia Martinez Morales. She was 27. So here's my question.
Where'd she store it?
Where did you store it? Number one, there are a couple places. Number two, how do you make money with the drugs in the prison? They don't have coins.
Yeah, but they know somebody.
But how do you ensure? Like, how does that?
Well, it didn't work out.
No.
The
'Cause
insurance policy did not work out.
If she did it once, she did it before. If she got caught, she's done it before.
Yes.
So how does that work?
Okay, so I don't know.
I need to understand.
And if I did know, you should probably find a new co-host.
Let's break this down. Break this down.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're an inmate.
Yes.
And I'm a police officer, correctional officer. And
I'm going to call my friend who I know has
aren't the
money.
phones tapped?
They can speak in code.
What's the code?
Breaker, quack, 195. I don't know.
That's obvious.
Exactly, but you see what I'm saying? Like
So I smuggle it in there.
You call and say, like, there's an understanding that if I say, how the kids, can you bring them by today?
Make sure they're eating broccoli.
Something like, exactly, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, and then transactions happen outside and she brings it.
Cash App or Venmo?
Cash.
See, you got to be living on the wild side because I need code. Like, I need to know when I walk up in that prison, I pull that out of my butt, that there's going to be money right there.
And like,
maybe they paid in like.
Did the baggies smell like where they were stored? If they were stored,
I bet you that was an extra price.
And did that deter anyone for a little bit? Like, you know what I'm saying? No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Not in the male prison.
Yeah. They might have like actually licked the baggie. So yeah, fair enough.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. That's why I said it.
Oh God. Mm-hmm. Don't do drugs, kids. It's terrible. And don't smuggle it into the prison. They're in there for bad things. Don't make it worse. Okay. A traveling couple says I do for the 38th time during a visit in Delaware. So a Colorado couple came to Delaware, Todd and Tracy Bolt, and they said their I do's at Grace United Methodist Church. And they invited the school.
That's why I rehearsed.
Yes.
That's funny, but go ahead. Sorry, yeah.
And I thought that was the cutest thing. And you know who shared it? Ken Grant.
He's everywhere. Why is he everywhere all the time?
Ken Grant shared it. And why that's so adorable? Because Ken Grant calls his wife the lovely bride.
I don't know how he's everywhere all the time. It's amazing, but yeah.
He literally, he teleports. Is that what you call it?
I don't know what he does, but it's pretty amazing.
So congratulations to Todd and Tracy Bolt, and welcome to Delaware. All right, that's the end of local news.
So.
It ain't moving.
Oh, that's fine.
It's as stiff as a bob. What is you doing?
It's fine.
God. Okay. The astronauts are back after being stranded.
Oh, I thought we were going to go into, but go ahead. Sorry. Yeah. It's fine. Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Do you have the Runner Show in your hand?
Mm-hmm.
The astronauts are back after being stranded forever. 9 months.
Man.
9 months.
And it was supposed to be like 10 days
8
away.
days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
8 days. So Barry Butch Wilmore and is it Suni or Sunny?
Suni, I'm guessing.
Suni Williams. Mm-hmm. They left in June 2024 on a mission set to last only 8 days. And due to technical issues, they said it was unsafe to fly back. So they have been there for 9 months. I have so many questions. But before we get to the questions, they were greeted by dolphins.
That's pretty
wild dolphins
romantic.
Came to say, "Hey y'all, how you doing?"
That's actually really cool.
It's adorable.
I tend to be jaded, but that's pretty cool.
I would be terrified if a dolphin came up to me. I'm gonna be honest, because they're smart as hell.
Yeah, but
terrified.
I get that.
Wild dolphins. You know it's illegal to talk to a wild dolphin. Like it is to own a crow.
How do you know that? Wait, how do you know that? Did you know that it's illegal to talk to wild dolphins? Have you ever thought about talking to a wild dolphin?
No, because you'll be arrested.
Raise your hand if you've ever thought about
They have a life alert button.
Talking to a wild dolphin. Jesus Lord. Yeah.
What? I'm telling you. I'm just trying to save y'all out there in case out there
Wanting to
talking
talk to a
to
dolphin.
dolphins. But one of the things that I was thinking about, somebody had posted, they're going to have to relearn how to walk
Yeah.
because of gravity and everything. And they were talking about how a certain amount of time in space, your muscles,
body composition totally changes.
So they worked out every day,
Mhm.
like every day on, like treadmills and stuff.
I didn't say anything.
You
That
don't
was
have
you.
to. You
That
don't
was
have
you.
to. No, go ahead.
That was
Go
you.
ahead, say what you got
I have
to say
nothing
because I
to
know
say.
it's sitting. It's the tip of your
Nothing
tongue.
is sitting anywhere. I'm glad that they've returned safely and we're able to speak to
One-
the wild dolphins without getting arrested. Yeah, it's great.
The welcome team.
Yeah.
Maybe they were contracted by NASA.
What? The dolphins?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know NASA has like a water program, like a ocean program too?
Sure. Probably. Stop it.
Oh God. Forever 21.
Oh,
Yeah. I have other things to talk about.
but this is the good one. Go ahead.
Forever 21 is going out of business. So for all the girlies who are on a budget like me and you want to get a couple things, go ahead to Forever 21 down to Christian Mall and get you a couple things because they about to be like $3. All right, let's go to where Jay wants to go.
This is the one that we talked about from your end too.
Hold on.
I'm not gonna do that right now, but go ahead.
I really wish this was tequila because this is a tequila talk.
It could go either way, but yeah.
Because it's good. Okay. Does he even like you? The girlies are on the interwebs talking the dating things. And one of the content creators that I follow, she said, sis, does he even like you?
But the preface, because I hope we might be mixing up two things a little bit, but there was the video where the girl was saying very specifically that men like Jay-Z will put a Beyonce on their side, not necessarily because...
Yes, it's the same thing.
Yeah. So
yes, does he even like you?
But she made it in a very clear point. Like, yeah, you like having this, jewelry, if you will, on your arm next to you all the time, this eye candy. But does he actually like you? Like, you're there and you married the person and you even had kids with them, but still,
does he
actually like you?
Okay, so I was trying to figure out how I wanted to dive into this. So I will jump in with my own personal experience. I dated a guy who was a football player. And when he met me, it was because he saw me singing. And I was enamored with the fact that he was a football player. And I'm a hopeless romantic. So it was already a thing. But I realized after dating for quite some time that there were a lot of red flags that I did not pay attention to, or maybe not that I didn't pay attention to them, but I didn't listen to my gut when those red flags popped up. Like, for instance, if my class was at 8 a.m. and his class was at noon and I lived in Delaware and school was in Chester, then maybe he would wake up and sit with me or maybe let me come into his dorm room or something. No, he wouldn't answer the phone, wouldn't come have breakfast with me, none of those things. Wouldn't invite me to different events on campus where couples were doing things. But if it was a show thing, he had to be right there. He had to be right there so he could be on my right or on my left. Oh, this is my girl. She's a singer, blah, 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 blah. The content creator brought up Jay-Z and Beyonce specifically because they said that with the shenanigans of what Jay-Z has done in the past, their relationship doesn't look like a loving, affectionate relationship. Like, she loved him down from every facet of Jay-Z she loves, but you don't really see that same love coming from him even when they're out. You don't see that same enamored demeanor from him. And she said that's because for him, she is the baby maker and the seal the deal. Like that's what's the song? Upgrade You. Like she looks good. She has a great reputation. She's a trophy, but they have nothing really in common. He's not really interested in anything she really wants to do. She's just kind of there.
When I was in my 20s, this older lawyer lady, she said, "Boy, I want you to be mine." And just sit there and look good all the time. And I said, "Ma'am, do you even like me?" You know?
Not hit her with the ma'am, Jay.
I said, "Ma'am, I feel like you are just using me as a tool to make you look extra special as a lawyer. You just want me to flip my hair next to you and sit here and smile and sing pretty songs." And I said, "No, ma'am."
Was this a real conversation?
Absolutely not.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
Absolutely not. No. So it's a really good point. And like, I saw this a lot, specifically in the AUC when I was at Morehouse.
Okay.
And it was even more interesting because of the really just twisted 15 women, what's the word I'm supposed to say? To one man
Women.
ratio. And you would always see this just natural, just shallowness to the way that people interacted. Like I've told stories before about some of the people I was close with, honestly. And it went both ways, honestly, but for sure, you would see girls get a lot of attention, justifiably, especially in your 20s, just because they fit a certain mold.
Yes.
But some of them were terrible people, blatant headaches, and like just not nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I would watch these things happen, and you know, the guy would be super jealous of her all the time, you know, but they would always argue.
God, that's a thing.
They would always argue. It never looked like there was actually any connection. It was just like, just like, I come from a good family, you know what I'm saying? And you fit the mold, and you'll be here.
You're educated, you speak well, you smell good, you're
but
all
there was
these
no
beautiful
connection.
things, but there's no connection.
Yeah, and you know, it's a doable thing. I think it's quite frankly part of like just culture in general. But if you are concerned, and it's unfortunate, it's American
It's so
culture.
messed up.
But if you are concerned with actually being liked by the person you're with, you need to think about how they're actually interacting with you. And I think fundamentally, the relationships that I have sort of admired, and I hope that I've replicated my own, is there's just a fundamental friendship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if the person that you're with was completely physically unattractive to you, you would still probably be cool with them just because y'all have a connection that's way past all of that stuff.
Wait, what?
So I'm saying that all the factors matter. Yeah, you have to have some physical attraction, and you have to have this, and you have to have that. You know what I mean? There's got to be several things in place. But you have to, like, if you asked yourself with Ish, if Ish was someone you had no physical attraction to whatsoever, would you still be cool with Ish?
Yeah.
You would still like him as a human.
We'd be
but
friends.
no, stop. But like you would still be friends. And that's
We would
kind of
be friends.
but that's the thing that really holds you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
friendship.
Because at some point, nobody's going to be attractive. And it's like, do you still want that? Well, yeah, I bet. Yep. So at that point, do you still want to just like talk to the person? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to have a conversation with the person? Do you want to just bust it up and have a coffee?
And I think that is one of the fundamental issues with our singles. And the funny part is, it doesn't even matter what age you are. You could be 20s or you could be in your 60s dating. If you aren't looking for someone who you can be friends with at the very least,
it's fundamental.
Then you're not going to find a thriving and beautiful relationship, because that's where it starts.
And so how do you know? That's the question. If the person are we just asking the man if the man likes you, or are we going both ways with this?
Go both.
Okay, so
because it's like, does she even like you?
And it's actually really fucking simple.
Because the thing is, the funny part is, you know, I think a lot of people also think about, a lot of women think about how like the football effect. Like they're only with him for the money. They're only with him, because he can secure the bag, right?
Yeah.
But she don't like him.
Do you guys laugh together?
Yeah.
Do
Do
guys
you want to talk to that person?
do
Like, can you talk to them on the phone for hours and hours and not get bored? Can you breathe on the phone? Journey got so mad at me because she don't like when I breathe on the phone with people. And I'm like, what's wrong with that?
do they act different in front of their friends?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are they the same person all the time?
Yeah.
If they switch it up and have to put on airs and all that kind of stuff, then he probably is making some changes.
Do they support you?
Mm-hmm.
And not like just when something is happening in that moment. Like if you are an artist and you have a gallery, if you have an exhibition and your art is on the wall, if they only show up for that, but they're not there for you at 3 a.m. when you're trying to frame your artwork, if they're not there for you to figure out how to write a contract for, some new commission piece, if they're not there for you for the things behind the scenes, but only for the big cameras in your face things.
Yeah. Are they inviting you into the real, like deep parts of their life? I don't care if the person's a musician or a lawyer. Like, if the person's a lawyer, is he saying, no, let's talk about this case we're talking about today? He could be the most like, if the person's a doctor, is he telling you, I had this patient who came in today and this happened and that happened? Or is he just like...
Do they talk to you?
100%.
Because that's the other thing, is talking to your partner is fundamental. Like, I have never understood the relationships. And the funny part is I hear this a lot. I have heard this a lot from the older generation about how the male, the man in the relationship, we don't talk about feelings. We don't get deep like that. And for me, I guess that's a generational thing, but now I need to know what hurts you. I need to know why you look sad or what's exhausting you.
Even with that, like, so my Uncle Vess is a perfect example of what you're saying. My Uncle Vess, he is the ultimate man's man. He's not going to show you emotion unless it's a very, very serious thing. Like, he is not going to say how he feels. But
J. Joseph Taylor, don't meh.
But, he's in his 70s now. And I know for a fact, every day he takes his wife, they hop in a Suburban and they go for a drive.
And they talk.
And they
I'm
talk.
sure they talk.
So it's like he might not be like, I'm sad about this.
You don't have to do that.
But I'm just, all I'm saying is that he's spending quality time with her in a way that creates some kind of a connection. Like, we're going to go for a drive. Yeah. And maybe he's not crying about his woes, but he's taking his wife out for a drive, to get out, to just be together and be out. And stuff like that really matters. Can you all be in complete silence together?
That's a tough one for a lot of people.
Are you comfortable just driving in silence? Because a lot of people just can't
be silent by themselves, let alone with another person in the room.
Can you drive with that person across the country?
Can you trust that person in a crisis?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one for me. Like, unfortunately, I've had so many health issues. I need to know that you're going to be there to be like her date of birth, and she's allergic to this, and she don't like blood. Like, that person, you have to care. You got to care about your person.
Do you pass gas in front of that person? And do you do it fearlessly?
Do you poo with the door open? Can y'all walk in the bathroom with somebody pooing?
There's levels to this. It's levels on levels.
Someone said Melanie Howard said, there are a lot of pretty packages walking this earth with no gift under it all.
Yeah, and that's real. And, I understand how you would make that mistake at a younger age, like in your 20s and even early 30s. But by the time you get to, your mid-30s, you need to understand that, like, I don't, obviously physical attraction matters, but it matters less and less as you get older for a lot of different reasons, because fundamentally it's all about whether or not you just like the person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, are we cool or not?
Yes. There was something else that just popped into my mind. Oh God, it popped out of my mind at this point. J. Joseph Taylor, I want to know why you said meh.
No. Jay Joseph is one of the smartest people that I know, and he's also one of the most jaded people that I know at the same time. So you heard what I said. I know you heard what I just said. So he is the absolute Scrooge of romance, and it's the funniest thing ever. And I'm sure he has good reason to be that way. But when you're talking about unbalanced, he is as hardcore. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Love you to death, brother. I'm just saying.
This is what I was thinking. When another thing that and this honestly takes maturity, and I don't know when that could be. Everybody's different, but when you take the time to indulge in something that your partner is interested in. So if I'm interested in surfing and I meet someone, and after some time, and that person knows that I love surfing, if that person likes me, they're going to indulge a little bit, maybe learn a little bit about surfboards, maybe learn a little bit about how, how waves work, and all that good stuff. They're going to care about what you like and what you like to do. And when there is no interest at all in any of those things, it's time to go. It's time to go. Do you think love languages are a part of that?
What do you mean?
Like when someone takes the time to understand your love language, even
Well,
when
of course that matters. I don't think that everyone does that, but if you do that, it's obviously a plus.
Do you think that every good relationship, the partners pay attention to the other person's love language?
No, I think it would be a lot better if they did, but it's not a requirement, unfortunately. Right.
For you?
Just in general. Yeah.
What are your love languages?
I honestly don't know.
You've been on this earth how long?
Yeah, I don't think about it.
You've been married how long?
But what I don't know. Like, you feed me, I'm happy.
Mine are words of affirmation and was it acts of service? Like, I love to cook. I love to cook for my family. Like, absolutely.
What is it, like how I show love, is you're asking?
No, what you do, right? Is it what you do or what you want from them? Oh, then I had it wrong.
Yeah, I don't.
No, words of affirmation. Yeah, I want words of affirmation, and I do want acts of service, but not gifts. I'm not a gift person.
Yeah. So honestly, for me, as I'm really having to think about it,
Oh my God, I just had an epiphany. Go ahead.
something that I need is like alone time because of how I work and think.
What would that be? That's not a love language.
Okay, why is it not? I don't know.
Let me look them up.
Okay.
Hold on.
Like.
Oh wait, J. Joseph Seller said that part. You ain't fitting. Yo, you country ghetto Delawareans get on my nerves. You ain't fitting to do anything about my feelings. Why can't I just be quiet, accepting that reality is a part of being real? Oh, Cheryl said you have to recognize the junk food heroes smell good, nice packaging, looks good, but no nutritional value at all.
Yeah. I don't know how to actually answer the question.
I'm looking up the love languages. Love languages. Okay. So.
Like, I know that for some people
there are
5.
Touch.
Like, that's a love language.
Physical touch. Yeah, no. That's not one of mine. I mean, not that I don't love like hugs and stuff. Words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, physical touch, and acts of service.
I will give you my time for sure.
No, what do you want?
What do I want?
Yeah.
Well, I was saying, like, for me, something that I really require and have a deep appreciation for is when someone gives me the time to be alone and quiet in my own head, because I require it in a lot of different ways. So if I'm like, yo, we're great, but I need like just 20 minutes to walk by myself, no problem, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. That kind of thing means a lot to me, because some people want to always be inside of your every little thought, and I need time to like sort through my thoughts because I have a lot of them. So yes.
What else?
I don't know. You'd have to like ask.
Words of affirmation is probably my top one.
Yeah, I really don't know. I'm kind of stumped.
Okay, so I had an epiphany.
Okay.
This is kind of like sad, but not sad. I feel like now saying it out loud, what my love languages are I think that I choose them and settle into them the most because I didn't receive ones that I would want. So rather
it's
than
balancing act for you.
requiring what I want, I've just accepted what I've been given.
Say that again, please.
So for instance, you know how women are like, I want jewelry and I want trips and I want cars. I never had the type of, until my marriage, I never had the type of relationship where someone was giving me gifts, right? So I thought to myself, I think subconsciously I accepted that I was never going to get that.
Okay.
So I accepted what I got instead
I understand
as my
that.
love language. Does that make sense?
It does.
Like I settled for words of affirmation because that's all I was
So really
given.
you want a Benz?
I actually would like
Really you
an
want Gucci?
island. I want an island and
Yeah.
a beach house.
Right.
That's what I want. And
So
a
you're
zoo
actually wildly
and a
shallow.
farm.
You want Gucci, you want a Benz.
Listen, you know,
Right.
a little
You
bit
want
of
your
Louis
Birkin.
Vuitton.
Right.
Louis Vuitton, little Hermes. I actually walked past a real Hermes store in Abu Dhabi, and the air was expensive. They had like 3 men standing outside that store looking at me very sternly, like, like it was illegal to look at the store. But yeah, I want to dive into that a little bit more, but at a later date.
But fundamentally ask yourself if the person
Do they
feels
even
like a
like-
friend or if you feel like a possession.
Right.
Leave it there.
Right. Okay. All right. Let us move to what's going on around town.
Here's your first one.
Can you give me a second?
I'm just saying that's the first one.
Hold on.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay. Tea and chocolate tasting at Scout Cafe. I love me some Scout Cafe. Friday from 5:30 to 7 p.m. If y'all haven't been to Scout, it is so cute. Like, it is so freaking cute, and they have the best lavender lattes. What's next? Okay, hold on. All right. The Delaware Contemporaries Art Party 2025, Saturday at 7 p.m. And you can find all of this on Facebook events to get all of the information. Tomorrow at the Delaware Art Museum, we will be having Del Art Nights, Art for All. This is a collaborative night, so there will be tons of things going on. The Red Clay Student Art Show will be in the lower lobby. The Chicana 2.0 will be having performances, a panel discussion, a fashion show, and there will also be open house for the art studio. So you can go and see demonstrations for like metalsmith, pottery, and all the good things. So come out. It's a free event, and there will be food truck. Caffeine will be open, and there will be drinks for purchase. Eshawn
Q.
How do you say his last name? What?
I forget.
Q.
Kushani? I think it might be Kushani.
No, it sounds fancy. I heard it.
He's Afghani.
What? Really?
He's got quite the story.
Wow.
He has an incredible story, actually.
Oh, we got to talk to him.
No,
Hey, Q.
I love him. He's the man.
Hey, Shay.
Yeah.
How do we say it? Shay Ron.
Shay Ron. Yeah.
Music masterclass with Sam Nobles, 3 p.m. Sunday at the Smalls Music Shop.
No, and I should, Q is a local legend, but
yes,
a
absolutely.
genuine master on his instrument and the nicest guy.
Yeah.
He's one of those people who you can just give him a little bit and just
literally
and keep running. So sort of off topic, but I was the music for Tizzy's wedding when she got married.
Yeah.
And Q was on guitar, and it just made things so easy because he can just do anything.
Yeah.
And turn on the dime, and it's so great to have players like that.
Him and Sharon together. Yeah. It's like
it's a special thing.
Bread and butter. It's so perfect. Like, and her voice.
Yep.
And she's such a sweet. Both of them are just so sweet. Like, oh God.
Yep.
Can we get them
nice
on the
people.
show? Can we keep them?
They're great people.
I love them.
Yeah.
Okay. Prime time at the Claymont Community Center every Thursday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Enjoy a free dinner, books to take home, door prizes, and more. Ages 6 to 10. Register. Contact John Dillon. John.Dillon at communitycollabde.org. And then
if there's one thing you're going to know, it's what's going on at the art museum on this show. As well you should. Yes.
But the thing was, we was promoting.
Yo, she didn't even put my event. I have an event.
Yes,
I had
I
to say,
did.
she literally didn't
Yes,
put my event.
I sent it to you.
You did not, and I had to say, can you please put my event on
First
our
of
show
all,
too?
he has his own notes, but you know when you're only 49%
Delaware Film
owner.
Society presents Trailblazers Saturdays and second Sunday in March, 1:30 p.m.
The movie this weekend is Wanda. All right, come on, get to the next one. Holy Mike. Thursday at 7 p.m. featuring John Carr. Come singers, musicians, poets, and rappers and share your gifts with us. Doors open at 6:30 at The Hill. Hosted by Brene.
Mm-hmm.
John Carr has a Marvin Gaye tribute.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I respect that.
Yes.
Gotta respect that.
The only reason why I'm promoting this is because of Carrie Ann.
Why would that be the only reason? It's not even fair. It doesn't even make sense.
A Divine Night in Delaware Opera, Ballet, and the Divine Nine. March 20th. Tickets at operade.org. And our own J. Street Jr. will be performing in his German accent. I was trying to come up with a German accent. It didn't work.
I'm not singing with a German accent. I'm singing German.
Yes, you're going to have a German accent. Go ahead.
Singing German doesn't mean you have a German accent.
Liederschlagen. Go ahead.
I'm going to sing Schnitzel over and over and over and over again.
Oh, he's going to throw chocolates at the crowd.
The reason that I've been trying to not scream tonight...
I was in Germany once. For a connecting fight.
So, tomorrow I'm going to be singing a piece called Ich grolle nicht by Schumann. And it's that specific kind of music is called lieder, and it's basically like really traditional. So it's not traditional. It's a specific kind of songwriting that happened like, and maybe from like basically in the 1800s in Germany. So you have Schubert and Schumann and a couple of other real famous writers, and they tended to be kind of dark songs, often romantic too, and they have a very unique and specific sound to them. And so when Carrie Ann came to me asking me to participate in the show, I said, why don't we take this one song, but flip it? And I'm not going to give you too much more, but I'll say this. I'm bringing in Jeff Notner, who's a real jazz player and a real just savage on his instrument.
Yeah.
And Ted Brown, who's a drummer I play with my CTO band. And he's recorded with me too. And we're going to flip it.
That's it?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I thought I heard bass.
No, that's how good Jeff is.
I love Jeff.
That's how good Jeff is. He made you think there was bass.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, give us you can't.
No, my voice is really on.
Well, what is the song about?
So it's basically, Ich grolle nicht means I won't complain. And he's saying he won't complain about his miserable girlfriend, basically. So, yeah. He's like, you're miserable, and I see it, but I'm not going to complain. You know, it is what it is. Yeah. And that's what the song's about. And we're going to flip it and make it really cool. Right.
Leave it to Jay. I swear for God. Mm-hmm. Leave it to you to just be. Mm-hmm. Well, we're done here. Mm-hmm. This has been a very interesting show.
Yeah, it's been fun. And it's always cool to kind of get out and about and change the environment.
Yes.
For a bunch of different reasons.
So make sure you come to 213 North Market Street to the Bridge Art Gallery. Come to the bridge and view all of the beautiful art and come buy some and meet Cheryl and Christopher because they're amazing. And yeah, support Black business.
The bridge, the bridge, the bridge, the bridge.
We love you for watching. Oh, someone's